video. Today is going to be a really short one, so I'm just going to be showing you how to measure your head for a wig fitting. This is a tape measure that I got out of my mum's sewing kit. You can get it from eBay, you can get it from Amazon, you can get it from the pound shop, you can get it from B&M, I'm sure. No, actually, I don't know if you can get it from B&M. I'm just going to be showing you how to measure your head if you want a wig to be handmade, or sometimes you might want to buy a wig online and you don't know whether the wig that you're buying is going to fit you. Some sellers actually do small, medium and large wigs. Measure your head and then see whether you fit under the size small, size medium or size large. Normally when I'm making wigs, if it's a frontal wig, I'll take 6 measurements, and if it's a closure wig, I'll only need 1 measurement. So I'll just quickly talk you through what those measurements are. It looks like that. And it just shows the 6 measurements that I would need if I was making a wig. So number 1 is circumference of the head. Number 2, from forehead to nape, ear to ear across the forehead, ear to ear over the top, from temple to temple around the back and the nape of the neck. I'm just going to quickly show you how to do all 6, and then hopefully you know what you're doing if you want to buy a wig or if you want to get a wig handmade and the person that's making it for you, hopefully me, asks for measurements. When I get the measurements, I always prefer to get them in inches. I mean, you can send them in centimeters and I'll just convert it, but it's always best to send it in inches. The canvas heads that I use are 21, 22 and 23. So the 21 is the small, 22 is the medium and the 23 is the large. Just gonna take off my wig. When you are measuring your head, I mean, you might have a weave in or you might have braids in, but it's always best to measure your head when it is as flat as possible. So while you've got cornrows in, it's best because you'll be putting the wig over your cornrows. I mean, unless you're going to be putting your wig on over your hair, maybe if you're going to be flattening your hair, or if your hair's relaxed and it doesn't bulk up, you might get away with just slicking it back. But I normally would always ask for measurements while you've got cornrows in. Don't do it while you've got a weave in or while you've got braids in, because it's not going to be accurate. First measurement I'm going to do is the circumference. Hold the side which is 0/1, and I'm just going to put that around my head like so, and I'm going to put it in front of my ears, not over my ears, not under my ears. I'm going to put it where the wig would sit, because the wig's obviously not going to sit on your ears and it's not going to sit under your ears. So just make sure that tape measure is firmly around the whole circumference. Normally when I wear wigs, I mean, I'm not going to wear it there because just look at this forehead. No. So I'll normally measure the circumference where I want the wig to sit. I'll cut off about this much of my forehead. Sometimes I even cut off this much, but just gonna hold it like that and then let go. And this comes up to 21 inches. The second measurement, so if now I've just done the circumference, if you were getting a closure wig made, whether it be a 4x4 closure, 5x5 closure, 6x6 closure, 7x7 closure, it doesn't matter. All I would need is that first measurement that I've just done, which is the circumference. I wouldn't really need the rest. But if you were getting a wig made and it's a frontal wig, so an ear to ear frontal, I would need these next these next 5 measurements. Next one is from forehead to nape of neck. That's your forehead and that's the nape of your neck. I'm gonna take the tape measure and holding it to where I would like the wig to sit on my head. So I'm not gonna measure from there, because I mean, I've just got a big forehead, and if I measure it from there and send it over to, let's say, the person who's making my wig, me, or let's say the person who I'm buying the wig from, it wouldn't be accurate because I'm not going to wear the wig there. I'm going to probably want the frontal to sit around here. I'm just going to place it where I would like the frontal to sit and press with my finger, and then through the middle of my head I'm going to go all the way back. I'm just going to press there and let go of the front, and that gives me 13 inches. So the forehead to the nape of my neck is 13 inches. And this is why it's also important that you've got a flat base when you're doing your measurements, because imagine you had a weave in or braids in and you were to measure this, it would probably come up to like 15 centimeters just because you've got something bulking in the middle. To do it while you've got cornrows in, or if you've shaved your head, you're cool. So 13 centimeters from forehead to nape. The next one is ear to ear across the forehead. So this is where the frontal will sit. I'm just going to place the tape measure. So I'm holding the side which is 0 and I'm holding the other side. I'm just going to place it in front of my ear. Make sure it's straightened out. And once again, I'm not measuring where my hairline is because I don't want the wig to sit like that on my head. I do want it a bit more forward than my hairline. So always measure where you would like the wig to sit. I'm just holding it in front of my ear and to the other side of my ear, like so. And I'm just gonna let go of that side and I'm gonna pinch the side that it's come up to, and that comes up to 11.5 on the dot. Next one is ear to ear over the top. So ear to ear across the middle of the head, or as it states on here, ear to ear over the top. So I'm gonna put it near the back of my ear, behind my ear like that, and I'm gonna pinch the side which is 0 and press that, and then I'm just gonna go across the top of my head from the end of one ear to the end of another ear. So it's stopping around there, stopping where my hairline, where my hairline's stopping. So I'm not gonna go over and I'm not gonna go where the cornrow is. I'm gonna go exactly, oops, sorry. I'm gonna go over the top to where my hairline stops, like that. That gives me 13 inches. That is the third? That's the 4th measurement. Next one is from temple to temple around the back. So temples are there, right? So you're gonna basically measure from your temple to your temple around the back. I'm gonna hold the side which is 0 again. This is gonna be awkward. And I'm gonna place it on one side of my temple. Once again, placing it where I would like the wig to sit. I'm gonna hold it with this hand. And I'm not gonna place this there. For example, like this is wrong. You don't wanna do it like this. You wanna do it across the middle of your head. So you wanna make sure one side is above your ear and then the other side is also above your ear like that. And you don't want to do it too tight. You just want to get an accurate measurement. So that is from temple to temple. And that gives me 15 inches. So I'm going to try it again. Sometimes it's okay to measure it again just to make sure. So what I've done is I've held onto 15 inches, and I'm just going to put it around the middle of my head, slightly above my ears and to my temples. And yes, that's right, that gives me 15 inches. Last but not least is the nape of the neck, and this is really helpful because it's just helpful. I can't explain why it's helpful, but I'm just going to measure the nape of the neck, which is here, placing it just at the back of my hairline and pinching the side that it stops on, and that gives me 4.2 centimeters, but I would just say that's 4. That is the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope it helps you for when you're wanting to get a wig made or when you're wanting to order a wig online. It's always best to know your measurements, so take them down in advance, keep them in your notes on your phone or something. If you've got a stylist, hopefully me, and you want to get a wig handmade, you can just copy and paste them and send them straight away. It is really easy and it just saves a lot of hassle in the future. I hope you found this video useful. Please give it a big thumbs up. Please comment below if you have any feedback, and please subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.